Welcome, welcome. We are back yet again.
Yes.
Everybody has one podcast. I'm your host, Jason Flake. I got my co-host, Lance Reynolds, a.k.a. the People's Champ.
What up, though?
Man, we got another jam-packed show. Let's jump right into it.
Let's get to it.
So our Leos, man. Let's get right to our Lions. This past week, played the Buffalo Bills at home. I hate a 4:30 start at home, first of all. Let me just start by saying that. But so 4:25 kickoff, we took a loss, 48-42, in a shootout. Real strange game. Had a couple of key injuries. I'll throw it to my co-host first. I'll let you talk about it, man. Give me your impressions. How you feel about the game, how you feel about the injuries, how you feel about the Buffalo Bills, how you feel about the black uniform, some people making a deal out of that, how you feel about some of the decision making from the coaching staff. Give me all that.
Oh, man, let's see. Okay, it's Thursday now, so I'm a little bit off the ledge. Sunday night I was on the ledge, maybe even into Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game, to me, I think it was not as close as the final score indicated.
That's fair.
I think, of course, Jared Goff had a good game.
Statistically, yeah.
Statistically,
I thought so.
He lit it up. But the defense. It goes without saying. You score 44 points and lose at the crib. Is something going down on the defense. But It was just, I think, Buffalo punted once.
Yeah, I think we forced one punt. Yeah.
That was tough. Because I try not to, but as I watch the game, I try to think matchups going forward, especially like I said, with us being in uncharted water as contenders, right?
Right.
So I'm like, man, James Cook is good. He's a good back. Ain't no knock on James Cook, but he's no Saquon Barkley.
No.
And
Buffalo's offensive line is not the Eagles' offensive line either.
You get me? And I'm looking at how that defense was just getting gashed.
Yeah.
Repeatedly. And I'm not even going to get on my man, Terrion.
Oh, yeah.
Just getting skewered by, goodness, what's the...
Keon Coleman, the young receiver, or Amari Cooper?
Coleman called 86, the tight end.
You talking about Kincaid, Dalton Kincaid. Yeah, Dalton Kincaid was cooking. Shakir was cooking. Their whole offense was cooking. They put up 48 points.
And I'm like, wow, how are we getting beat on these? And then one play, the safety looked back and saw that no one was back. And he just stopped running. I said, bro, if you're the deep guy,
right,
you
got to stay
running.
deeper than the deepest. Yeah, that's a basic football concept,
you
right?
Got to resume running.
Yeah, that's C team concepts, buddy. You stay deeper than the deepest. You don't stop running until you see the deepest receiver stop running. But
so. To your question about some of the decision making that, Dan Campbell was doing. So, Dan Campbell's, his play calling and, his way of thinking and his strategy is always, let's just say, unorthodox.
Yeah.
To just be, mild.
Dan Campbell.
Now, that's not what I would have said Sunday night or Monday, but today.
Riverboat Dan.
Today I'm on unorthodox.
Yeah.
When we're stat quo. So, with the injuries, I wouldn't say I expected him to do some of the things that he did. But, okay, I could see he was going to try to improvise. But I think the timing.
Yeah.
You know, that onside kick, dude.
With 12 minutes left.
It was just like you spotted them, the 7 that we just got.
That was absurd. That was an absurd decision. And even he said after the game that was a bad decision. And I'm paraphrasing, of course, but he basically said he should not have done that, and I couldn't agree more. I was screaming, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
particularly now in this era.
Right after we scored, though. I mean, like everything about it was bad. Like of like all the dumbass boxes that could be checked.
Yeah,
we like checked all of them.
Right. Yeah. Like I mean, and just to further that point, number one. It's 12 minutes left in the game. That's number one. The timing is horrid.
Yeah.
Number two, the defense is injured. We're beat up, and we ain't stopped them all day. The only thing that we got going for us is a long field. Is to make them run multiple plays, and perhaps we can get a penalty. Perhaps we can get them to make a mistake, a fumble, a interception.
Right.
We need the long field. The long field is our only ally. A short field is not our friend with 12 minutes left to go, down by 2 scores.
Right.
And then the new way that you have to declare the onside kick, it makes the success rate. It has just plummeted the success rate of the onside kick, which is a low percentage play anyway. It's a low percentage kick in the first place. Correct. I think the success rate prior to having to declare an onside kick was about 14%. I think it's like 3% now. Like now you got to tell them that you're doing it, and you got to line them up. I mean, with the new dynamic kickoff, which is anything but, if you ask me, they need to scrap this dynamic kickoff. If anybody from the NFL is listening, but
they probably will.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so.
They probably will.
I hope they scrap it after this season. It's been horrific. But, yeah, I mean, so, yeah, I didn't want to take the floor from you, but you are correct. I mean, that was terrible.
No, yeah, that was the one where it was just like, come on, dude, you can't do that.
That was just wrong.
I knew when Bates missed the field goal, I said that 3 points is going to hang and come back and bite us in the ass. I knew that. And then, the injuries.
Yeah.
And so, when Aleem McNeil starts cussing at his knee, I'm like, well, this man knows his body.
Yeah.
So I knew
that was bad.
Nothing good. I said, yeah, that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's bad. And then we lost Davis.
Carlton Davis coming off holding his mouth, which is a odd look. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, this is going to sound strange, but I'm like, hopefully he just lost a tooth.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's not good. I'm like, but like that could be fixed. But I'm like, hopefully he just lost a tooth and he didn't break a jaw or, fracture his face in some way. But that was my wish did not come true.
And then let's see, David Montgomery. Still up in the air whether or not it's a season-ending MCL.
Right, injury. Yeah, because originally they had said it was, and I guess that they had walked that back.
Yeah, so.
Since then.
So, again, it just goes back to a conversation that we had, A1 day one, right?
Yeah.
Like, can we sustain, these injuries? And it's to the point now where we're in, like, critical mass.
Yeah.
And it showed, like I said, but I mean, the Buffalo Bills is, they're a good team, but in terms of teams that could possibly stop us or the Lions from their ultimate goal of winning, there are better teams that we could possibly, end up facing.
Yeah.
So that concerns me. And I mean, there's really like not a lot of help on the way. I mean, in Fitu Melifonwu is coming back. Yeah. So, I mean, he's been with the organization for a couple of years, so it's not like he has to learn the schemes or anything like that. And he's a good player when he's available.
Yeah.
But then again, he's a guy, that could fart too hard and then be out for another 3 weeks. I mean, that's how it's been with him.
Right, yeah, I know.
You get what I'm saying?
I agree. Yeah, he's he hasn't been available. I saw a headline about Ndamukong Suh possibly rejoining the team. And I mean, but this is where we are though. We bringing guys off the street. You know, we bringing dudes off the couch, man, to play for us. We have 20 people on injured reserve. Yeah, we have 3 defensive starters left from
crazy.
game 1.
That's crazy.
So,
and you know they're
and most
somewhere.
of them, yeah.
Brian Branch is hurt. He's playing hurt.
Yeah.
He's been playing hurt for weeks.
Yeah. And most of the guys that are out are going for the season.
Yeah.
Of the 20. So, yeah, I mean, it's, yeah, we, like you said, it's critical at this point. You know, the only hope is we need that bye week. So we got to keep winning. We got a couple of wounded teams in front of us.
Yeah.
In Chicago and San Francisco. We gotta bite down and beat them.
Yeah.
And then we gotta find a way to beat Minnesota.
That's the division. That's everything.
Yep, that's gonna be probably for the division.
Yeah.
And we gotta hope that Philly slips up along the way and creates an opening for us to get that bye. But even if we end up with the same record as Philly, we have a better division record, so we own the tiebreaker currently.
Right.
And, you know, hopefully that remains the same. So, yeah, I mean, you know, I guess there's some bright side there.
Okay.
But, yeah, the Buffalo game, our inability to stop them, I guess it didn't surprise me. I mean, they had 3 defensive backs out as well.
Right.
So their inability to stop us, that didn't surprise me.
Did you expect it to look that bad? I mean,
No.
like these drives were like, 5 minutes, 6 minutes.
Yeah, just getting blasted off the football.
Scrimmage.
But,
ball.
I mean, on the other hand, you know, particularly after McNeil went out, I mean, we just don't have the bodies. I mean, Quan Alexander, we got guys off the street.
Yeah.
Quan Alexander was on the couch a couple of weeks ago.
That's real.
So, I mean, yeah, he's starting at linebacker. And he's not in the linebacker rotation. He's being introduced with the starters.
Yeah.
So, you know, while on the one hand, yeah, right, yeah, Vildor. I mean,
that brother be lost in space,
and
man.
we can't get him out of our life. We can't get him out of our life.
Ooh wee.
Vildor, I mean, listen, man, he doing the Birdman hand rub every year, man. He getting the NFL game check, doing the Birdman hand rub every year, watching us knock each other around in training camp.
Right,
like, I'm getting me an opportunity this year, right?
Somebody's knee or shoulders.
He's standing over there in the Lions t-shirt, like, I'm up.
He's sitting in the bleachers with the Detroit Football Club.
Right.
They gonna call me.
Right, yeah. I'm up.
Me and Craig Reynolds cool like
right. He making plans for his big game checks. Like
Craig Reynolds about to get busy now.
Yeah.
Like, he's getting 11 carries.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, listen. So yeah, I don't know, man. We gonna have to outscore teams. Yeah. Hopefully the offense stays reasonably intact.
Yeah.
And we can manage to generate a power running game. I mean, you know, we'll see what Vaki and Reynolds have, like you just brought up. And you know, this is their opportunity to run behind probably the best offensive line in football.
Is solid. Like, you know, he totes the rock.
He is, yeah. He's tough. But, yeah,
we don't drag guys like D Mount, but
no.
You know, he gets it done. You know, he's got a great last name too.
Yep, definitely.
But let me ask you.
Yeah.
So this is it, man. I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
Is the Super Bowl dream dead?
I mean, listen, it's on life support. Okay. Let me say that. Okay. You know, but he's still over there. He's still breathing. Okay. The chest is rising and falling. But is he talking? Is he up? Is he thriving? Okay. No. I can't say that it is. And Vegas agrees because we are no longer the odds-on favorite to win it. Our odds have dropped exponentially in Las Vegas, where a couple of weeks ago we were riding very high, I think at minus 300. I believe those were the odds at most of the books. for us to actually win the Super Bowl. Those odds have dipped considerably at this point, but it's not dead though. It's not dead. I think we still have an opportunity. We can still get some guys back.
So you're saying they're comatose?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we on life support.
Okay. All right.
Not an induced coma either.
Okay, somebody
knocked we done. Yes, indeed.
This is like the what's that? The Steven Seagal above the law.
Exactly. Yeah, right. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of rehab when we wake up. We may never be the same.
I think that's where I'm at, because here's the thing, like, this is gonna sound like really dastardly, right? Like my co-signing with your coma prognosis is like contingent. This is gonna sound real terrible. Like on me kind of low key hoping other teams get hurt too.
Oh, I mean, listen.
Oh,
man.
That's terrible to say.
Hey, man.
But you get what I'm saying?
Hey,
like,
listen. When was the last time Saquon played a whole healthy season? Let's be real.
But you don't want to root for.
No, I'm not rooting for it.
Guy like I wanted to see like the Warriors three-peat. So like when KD popped his Achilles.
Yeah, that was bad.
Now
yeah.
this is the reason they lose.
Yeah,
that's gonna suck.
Yeah, I mean it kind of was too.
Yeah, I mean,
and then Clay with the ACL.
Yeah, that was,
I mean, yeah,
that was like the DDT on the steel chair.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying. But
yeah.
I just don't like rooting for even players that I can't stand, and there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I don't root for them to get injured. I just root for the player I prefer more to just outperform their ass more thoroughly,
Yeah, but from a practical standpoint.
But that's kind of where I'm at this point, whereas my want for the Lions to win has like turned me into a savage.
Yeah. No, I mean, but really, no, from a practical standpoint though, Saquon is injury prone, has been.
Yes,
I'm not rooting for him because I want to see him do well. I actually like Saquon. But there are a couple of things at play there. Number one, he's been injury prone in his career. Number two, boy, his usage is high.
Yes.
They have decided that that's the identity, that they going to give him the ball 25 times a game, and that's it. So he's going to carry the ball another 100 times this year before they hit the playoffs.
That's right. Yeah.
And listen, man, that I don't care who you are, what you talking about. The weather's getting colder.
Say them hammies tingling.
Hey, man, listen, the weather's getting colder. And they've decided that that's the identity. They're pounding the rock a lot. They pounding the ball so much that A.J. Brown is frustrated.
Yeah, right.
You know, that's how much they run in the rock. They like, look, this is what we doing. Everybody gonna have to chill out and move around, bro.
They gotta hang out more outside.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they like, man, look,
we still cool, right?
Yeah, man.
They going nuts.
Yeah, they like y'all better relax because this is what we doing this year because this is what's working, man. Sirianni like, hey, my job was on the line, player.
Right.
Saquon gonna get the rock, and that's just what it is. But so yeah, I mean, but no, I'm not. I'm not rooting for injury. But no, I mean, injuries are just a part of the game.
But it's just like,
no, I'm with you.
Like,
I hear you though.
In terms of options of what it takes and what needs to go our way,
I did think about that too. I'm
like for us to, it's like, well, I don't see anyone on the roster that could play more.
Right.
That can elevate their play higher.
Nah.
Without overextending themselves to
Correct.
a point. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, well, damn, what has to happen? Well, I mean,
right.
Attrition. And,
because I mean,
football things.
Because the wild thing is while the Lions are just dropping like flies, Minnesota is remarkably healthy. Like
maybe they plan another boat trip.
Yeah. Like I'm like Aaron Jones. Like when was the last time Aaron Jones wasn't nicked up? You know what I'm saying? Like this dude, he out here running wild. I'm like Aaron Jones not nicked up, man. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Addison ain't no bigger than my oldest boy, man. And this dude running around in the secondary getting blasted.
On Sam Darnold to turn back into a pumpkin.
That part, I'm like, man, and these dudes are remarkably healthy. TJ Hawkinson blew his knee out. He running around over the middle, catching everything, getting flipped up in the air, getting right back up. I'm like, man, everybody else, nobody else can seem to get hurt.
Right.
And, you know.
Dropping like the play.
Yeah. And Aleem McNeil celebrating a tackle for loss, and he jump up in the air and come down, and the knee is gone for the year. I'm like, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when I seen that brother cussing his knee out, I was like, oh, man.
But at any rate, man, so we will keep a close eye on the Lions, man, and you know we will figure out where we are after they get done knocking off the Bears and the 49ers.
Turn it into AA, one game at a time.
And one game at a time, man. So let's move on, man. Let's discuss this Heisman Award. The young man Travis Hunter. He got a lot of other stuff going on around him too, man, with the with the young lady and some of her comments. But let's talk about the sports side of it, man. Yeah. Travis Hunter winning the Heisman. Did they get it right, man?
Yes,
I agree.
Yes,
as great as Ashton Jeanty was, now, in my opinion, in order for Ashton Jeanty to have taken it, he had a great season. He would have had to break the Berry record during the regular season, in my opinion.
I agree.
In order for it to have been more of a toss-up. To me, Travis Hunter is doing things that have never been done before. And so when you are blazing new trails, it's very easy for the Heisman voters to just say, look, this is the guy.
Yeah.
Ashton Jeanty, you got to break the Berry record. I need 2,900 yards in the regular season. I don't need to be like, well, if he get it with the bowl game. No, Berry got it. They ain't count his bowl game.
Right.
Barry's bowl game didn't count back then. So now they count everything because of the playoffs and all. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't.
See that? Go ahead.
I got to have it during the regular season, and then Barry played a shorter regular season too, by the way. But I ain't even go. Let's not even go there.
True, yeah.
They played a shorter regular season back then. But okay, but had he broke the Barry record during the regular season, I think that that would have been much more of a conversation. But being that he didn't, he got very close. I would have to look up exactly what he finished with, but I think he got close. But no, I think that Travis Hunter, because of how special of an athlete he is, he got it and he deserved it.
I mean, yeah, man. Like Ashton Jeanty had a great season, right?
Oh, outstanding. Yeah.
But let's get this right, bro. It was Travis Hunter against Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
He was never, ever, ever competing for the Heisman against young Ashton, bro.
Nah.
Like, Travis Hunter is doing us a favor. The NCAA was doing us a favor by their rules because this kid should have went pro 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Flat out. After 1 year at Jackson State, Travis Hunter could have played in the NFL.
Yeah.
Somewhere on the field.
Yeah.
Like, let's stop being stupid. So the 2 bonus years at Colorado, I hope you enjoyed it. Last year, the record stunk, so you couldn't justify. And he was hurt by the cheap shot from the kid from Colorado State.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes back this year, and again, he was just running against himself for the Heisman. It was just like, okay, what's he going to do this week?
Right.
On what side of the ball?
Yeah.
You got to remember, he's the only guy that can have a totally god-awful week on offense at receiver and be the player of the week at corner.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And also,
like they'll stop throwing to his side defensively, and he'll catch 5 balls for 124 and two tubs on offense.
And also, I think the number was 424. He played 424 more snaps than the next highest player.
That's crazy.
Which is insane. Yeah, I'm like, he's playing so much more football than everybody else. So yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm
and
like,
dominant. And dominant.
Yeah, he's playing great.
Because some guys like to just kind of go out there and lollygag and hide and go through the motions. Impact player.
Yeah, no,
every
man,
snap.
yeah.
He's the
14 touchdowns and 4 interceptions.
Outside of Shedeur, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's the focal point every snap.
Yeah. No, I mean,
that's crazy.
I was fine with it. I expected him to win, and he did. I expected him to win, somewhere back in the middle of the season, and I'm like, unless somebody else does something that's just unreal, he's going to win it. A bonus Travis Hunter question.
Oh Lord.
No, it's not good. It's still football related.
Thank you.
Where do you think he's drafted? Who do you think drafts him? I guess is the better question. Where do you think he's going to go? Which organization? Because I have my own thoughts, but
I see the draft order now is Carolina and the Giants fighting for the top pick right now, and the Raiders. Are they the 3 teams?
Without looking, let me check the standings, because without looking, I think yes, but we were just looking at the standings. So
because I think it's pretty clear that Shedeur will go number.
I think he is the best player. So I think like Las Vegas has 2 wins, the Giants have 2 wins, Carolina's got 3.
Okay.
And Cleveland's got 3, and so does New England. So right now, the top 2 would be Las Vegas and the Giants, and they both need quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So I would expect that they would both take quarterbacks.
I agree.
I think that
both teams said if they get the number 1 pick, they're taking Shedeur Sanders.
Right.
Yeah, I like
that.
Deion was at a function with Pierce a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
and put it out there, and the Giants just said it the other day. Like, if we get the number 1 pick, we're taking Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, so I think that both of those teams need a quarterback.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking,
Cleveland Brown
or Carolina. Because I think
God, don't curse that kid and have him go to Carolina, man.
I think they stick with Bryce for another year. I don't know.
He's playing better.
Yeah,
he's playing better.
That's what I'm saying. I think they probably stick with Bryce for another year and try to build the defense. I don't know. Carolina, they don't look awful.
I would much rather see Travis if they can convince Myles Garrett to stay.
Yeah,
in Cleveland. And that defense can get healthy. You add a Travis Hunter to that defense,
but don't they need a quarterback too?
But I think they can. If you're getting Travis Hunter with rookie cap money.
But the thing is I feel like Cleveland,
Deshaun Watson,
they need a rookie quarterback worse than anybody because they cap situation is so
money, right?
They cap situation is more detrimental than anybody else.
Last little freaky rub down case too.
So he got $228 million guaranteed.
Yeah, they can't even justify it. Cut him.
This is my thing. So I'm like, I think Cleveland need. I'm telling you, man, like yours and.
I'm thinking, man, they can go out with that defense. All you got to do is hold the defense, hold the team to 13 to 16, and get any bumbling fool, get Chubb healthy, full year
Chubb. Yep.
So I'm like, okay, we can plug a guy, but damn.
Yep. I'm like, they need
that
to me.
235 murder.
Yep. They need a young QB, probably more than anybody because. They have that Deshaun Watson anchor hanging around their neck. So I'm like, I'm like.
And he popped his Achilles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Lord.
Yep. So that's why I'm like, to me, the worst team.
Injury exception? Like a cap relief? Like they'll still pay him, but would they get like, I don't know.
And no, not if it's fully guaranteed. I think that fully guaranteed is you on the hook for all the money.
Oh, yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. I'm like,
GFY.
Yeah. The worst team that doesn't need a quarterback is Carolina. I'm like, everybody else to me need a quarterback.
Yeah,
Cleveland.
that's true. If you want to put it that way. Yeah.
I'm like, that's why I'm like, Carolina to me seems like the only team that doesn't need a quarterback, and that's going to be in a position to get him, because I think he's going top five.
Whereas they can lose Bryce and it won't hurt them.
Correct. Yeah. Well, I think they going to keep Bryce.
Well, I mean, cap-wise. Even if they decide he's not the
Correct.
guy.
Yes. They could sign somebody.
It's not a Deshaun hit.
Yeah. I'm like, that Deshaun situation is bad.
Damn. So you say Carolina for Trav.
But I kind of like the way they've been looking lately. I like the cut on Carolina, man.
They played the Cowboys tough.
Yeah, and Kansas City. They played Kansas City down to the last. I mean, even though,
they won that Kansas City.
They should have.
Why you bullshitting?
They should have. I'm like, no, I like that.
I'll let the record reflect. What was that, a blocked field goal at the end? The Carolina game?
Well, no, I think Kansas City made a field goal to win the game. They had to drive. Yes, they had to drive to kick a field goal. So, yeah.
But I think it was something funky Carolina did with the clock management tip. Something a losing record.
Yeah, they gotta learn how to win.
Yeah. You know, a losing team.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
It was their last drive where it was like clock management where they.
Bad teams
shouldn't have got the ball back with that much.
That's what bad teams do.
Yeah, but they did. Yeah, their last 2 outings against tough competition, and Bryce has looked better. I mean, they're simplifying his packages.
Yes.
Which is what he needs, because he needs to get confident.
And he's starting to see the field better.
Get confident, and that's what I'm saying. He gets more snaps where he can see the defensive progressions.
Correct.
His IQ's there.
I agree.
This dude is, he's born to throw the football.
Yeah, I agree. I think he can read defenses. Yeah. I don't think...
He just got to see plays unfold from beginning to end over and over without saying, oh, shit. And got to run for his life.
I think that, and I'm going to take a little sidebar. I think Caleb Williams has the issue that he can't read defenses. Because if you notice, and that's why I don't think the Lions should play much man-to-man against him.
Zone him up. Disguise the looks.
Yep. Everything should be a disguised look, because you'll see that he holds the ball when you do that. He hangs on to the ball when you give him a zone look. He don't know where to go. Only time that the ball comes out fast is when it's man-to-man, because that's easy to see. Yeah. It's easy to see man-to-man. I would give him man looks, drop into a shallow cover two. Yep. I'd give him, zone look and then man up. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm a man up, it's going to come out of a zone look. Or if I'm a zone up, it's going to come out of a man look. Everything is going to be disguised.
Shake the dogs to the back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. I want eyes on him at all times. I want eyes on him at all times. I don't want him trying to create, trying to get outside the pocket. I want to try to contain him.
He'll take off, and with no Anzalone, I'm not that comfortable with that. And the last guy we can lose at this point is Jack Campbell. Right. That is the last dude.
And see,
that we can branch. Like at this point, it's just like those two. They're basically calling out everything now at this point.
And see, sometimes guys like to use their legs, and this is my last point on, because I don't want to make this a Caleb Williams conversation. Right. But we are getting ready to play the Bears, so I thought it was
It's
relevant. The thing about sometimes guys that want to use their legs and get outside the pocket and make plays, sometimes that's because they, have superior athleticism, like a Josh Allen, like a Patrick Mahomes. But sometimes it's because they can't read defenses.
That's real.
And they disguise and they like, I don't know what I'm looking at, so let me go outside the pocket.
Justin Fields.
Yeah, he got some of that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just start running around. And and then look at the playmaking. Oh, we knew the playmaking was there. But see, you notice that the NFL ain't college though. You got to stand in the pocket. You got to be able to stand and deliver. And you got to know what they throwing at you. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady couldn't move. He had cement shoes on all the time. But you know what Tom Brady could do? Tom Brady could tell what defense you was in before the ball was snapped.
Yeah.
Even if you was disguising. Mm-hmm. You couldn't throw him no looks that he couldn't figure out. That's why he's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? He could figure your defense out before the ball was snapped. If you was in a cover 6 look and you was about to switch it to a cover 2 post snap, he already knew that. And then the ball was coming out before 3.5 seconds was up. That's why he got one of the quickest releases. in the game. The quick release don't come from, just you being able to get your arm back real fast and get it out of there.
Anticipation.
It's because it's because it's knowledge. It's like, oh yeah, I seen this look before. I can see the linebacker one step over too far. He think he's showing me cover 2, but that's cover 3 or that's cover 6 or that's cover 9. I know where the linebacker's supposed to be if he really playing cover 2. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that knowledge.
I'm gonna put it over his back shoulder. When he turn around, he's cooked.
Yeah,
it's over.
Exactly. He's showing me what he in without thinking that he not. You know what I'm saying? So that's the great quarterbacks have the ability to read defenses pre-snap and get you to show, you know what I'm saying? Like even if they do a dummy count and get you to move before, that's why they do that. So that okay, he's showing me what he getting ready to do. But at any rate, so that's the Travis Hunter conversation. There's more Travis Hunter conversation, but
with that now, see, because I had a vision of him with that, with my man, the Schwartz, man. The Schwartz could do some things.
Cleveland.
Draft, man, But now that you say that.
No, they need a QB.
Yeah,
they're going to have to. They're going to have to get a young quarterback.
They're going to take probably Mr. Ward if he's there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're going to have to take one of them, or yours or whoever's available to them. At that spot, I'll be interested to see how all of these QBs, these college quarterbacks, shake out.
Well, yeah, I mean, after college football playoffs roll around, we'll have a chance to take a look at the top prospects left.
Yeah, and we'll have plenty of time. Yeah, we'll have plenty of time for draft previews as well.
I don't know because Trav on the Patriots. I don't know about that.
I don't. But Christian Gonzalez is coming along too, though. That could be a nice corner duo
and
right
Drake
there.
May isn't terrible.
Yeah. So what do you think he's going to play in? Let's deal with that. What's he going to play in the NFL?
I think he's a corner.
You think he's a corner?
I think he's a corner.
Okay.
I think he'll get snaps
at wide out.
I just think because again, it's just showing our age now. A lot of these coaches now, mid late 30s, early 40s. Mm-hmm. These guys grew up playing Madden and use it for their schemes.
Yeah.
So,
they
don't have any problem, getting, super sexy and creative with the play calling. So I don't think it's out of the norm for, Trav to, see
both sides.
Yeah, both sides of the ball. I wouldn't say a percentage or anything of the sort. But I think you'd be a fool not to. Yeah. Like you take advantage of that type of in a sport like football, the way football is now, where they kind of want the open space and let the athletes be athletes. Yeah, you be doing your team a disservice if you got Travis Hunter to not put him on the offensive side of the ball and use his skill set. So
most definitely,
yeah, but predominantly corner for sure.
Let's transition, man, to one of your favorite topics, man. The NBA Emirates Cup.
Oh God!
It has concluded. The Milwaukee Bucks have hoisted the coveted Emirates Cup trophy that every team was coveting, and it means so much to the legacy.
I will say,
okay,
the trophy's nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful trophy.
I do like the trophy. The trophy's nice. I'll say that, but I digress. Go on, continue. I'm sorry.
And they did defeat the Oklahoma City Thunder. I didn't really stick around for the final score because Milwaukee was dominating the game. Yeah. So I kind of checked out in the fourth quarter, but they dominated. They harassed Shai Gilgeous-Alexander all night. They did an excellent defensive job on him, in my opinion. And really, you saw him kind of struggle offensively, which is very rare because he can hurt you in a multiplicity of ways. He's got the in between game. He shoots from long range. He can get to the basket, and he's a good distributor of the basketball. But I thought Milwaukee schemed him up pretty well. But give me your thoughts about the Emirates Cup championship. The Milwaukee Bucks taking it. What does it mean for Giannis's legacy, Dame's legacy, or does it mean anything?
Well, shout out to Glenn Rivers. Finally won a big game for the first time
since 08, 16 years.
Probably that. So shout out Glenn.
That's Doc Rivers' real name in case anybody.
Yeah, he
People probably like, who is Glenn
you know
Rivers?
what? They won the cup this week, so he docked this week.
Okay, all right, Doc.
He
Okay,
docked this week. You know what?
he can be
Who
Doc
am
this
I?
week.
You get when a winner has been crowned,
Yeah,
we'll move you back over to the cool zone, and we will refer to you by your nickname Doc, this week. But once you get back on that bullshit, you will be Glenn again. But
you've been warned, Doc.
you've been warned. But I thought Giannis played like a man possessed. That Giannis,
Yeah,
especially if he keeps hitting this this corner key elbow pull up.
yeah.
Where he
That's when he's unstoppable. That's the one that scored 50 in the finals.
Now,
that
if that's a legit
playing
thing,
from the nail, hitting that 17-footer,
if that's a legit thing,
that's unstoppable.
like in the playoffs,
Yeah,
when Dame get on that bull and he want to decide to take the night off like he's
Man.
known to do sometimes in the playoffs, if he sticks that and can make, because he's going to go to the line, Giannis going to go to the line about 7-8 times a game.
yeah, double digits in the
Yeah,
playoffs
so, if he can make,
because he plays downhill.
if
So.
he can make somewhere between 73-75% of his free throws,
Yeah,
that's the best player in basketball.
yeah, no, that's
And
unstoppable.
I love Jordan.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
I love Jordan.
Yep,
But that Giannis,
I agree. No, I'm with
if
you.
that guy shows up for the duration of this season,
That's the 50 in the finals, Giannis,
Yeah,
man. That's the dude
that's
that
the best
can't.
player in basketball.
You can't stop that guy, man. Like when he hitting, I agree. When he hitting that 15 to 17 foot pull up,
yeah, because
that's everything else comes off of that.
Because-
Then you got to start closing out hard, and then he
Yeah.
going around. It's over.
because to your point, the 50 points in the finals game, like when he was hitting those were kind of like, to me, like, why not shot?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the zone. Like,
Yeah.
why not? He was seeking that shot out
Right.
against the Thunder. Like, no, I'm going here.
Right.
You're too little. 2 points. Take it
Yeah.
out under the rim, dog.
No, because
And yeah, I like seeing that.
yeah, just to reinforce what you said, that's the shot that you play him for.
Right.
You want to give him
Right.
that
Exactly.
17 footer.
Exactly.
You don't want him in the paint
Yeah.
within 10 feet of the basket.
Yeah.
Now if he's going to hit the shot that you're playing him for, it's over.
Yep.
It's done. You can't stop him.
Yeah, because you can go to him because he shoots 60% from the field.
That's what I'm saying.
So like you can literally go to this guy 34, 35 times, and he's going to make 21, 22 field goals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, like that. That's what I'm saying. If he hitting the 17 footer, it's over.
Yeah, man.
And I'm like, if he doing that, yeah, I'm like, that's the 50 points in the finals, Giannis. That's
And to the Thunder, dude, they couldn't make a three to say the night,
yeah,
bro.
I know. They was like
man,
2 for 22.
I mean, they were like, what, 5 for 29?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it was bad.
And you playing against the team with the two best rim protectors in the game. I'm like, yeah, that's if you can't hit from the outside against Milwaukee, you're done.
So that was concerning.
Yep.
In terms of Shea, I think Shea, missed shots. Johnson was playing them tough though. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take away from that, but
yeah, he missed
Shea
some shots he
was a
would
guy
normally
who,
hit.
Shea would go off, he going off. But
Yeah.
I think he missed. He missed more shots that he normally makes, more so than the defense just dictating,
Correct.
forcing
Yes,
him away.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll miss Chet till Chet gets back, but you can't make that an excuse because their prior games, they both teams played good defense.
Yeah. Yeah. The Thunder.
It was a defensive oriented game. The shot percentages kind of reflected.
Yeah,
that,
defensively, the Thunder remind me the championship Golden State teams, particularly the early ones.
With the Iguodala, Livingston, they can sub out.
Yes,
yeah, sure.
Very good perimeter defenders.
Yeah,
I mean, just a harassing style of perimeter defense.
Guys,
yeah, exactly.
Dort, Isaiah Joe, Jalen Williams.
Yeah, they kind of just harass you defensively on the perimeter, and there's just nothing is coming easy.
Check to that.
Yes.
So,
with backline defense, and when Hartenstein,
when Chet was healthy, Hartenstein was out.
Yep.
And now that Hartenstein's healthy,
Chet is out. Yeah.
Chet is out. And Hartenstein, he's added some things to his game. He's always been a good passer, but
I like that little half hook. That little half hook he hitting now. Yeah, I'm like, that's
half hook.
I like that. Yeah, I'm like, okay.
So I think not to discredit or take away from Milwaukee's win. I think they caught OKC on a night where maybe they're still learning how to win a high-stakes game.
Yeah, because they're still very young.
From coaching on down.
They still one of the youngest teams in the NBA.
So, I'm not super concerned for the Thunder because I think they've shown to me that they're the best team in the Western Conference.
Oh, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I liked when they picked up Hartenstein. I thought that put them over the top because they just ran into a bigger team in Dallas last year. Dallas just was too big with Isaiah Likely and Isaiah Lively.
And the other cat they got from Washington.
Yeah, Gafford, Daniel Gafford.
Daniel Gafford.
I get Lively and Likely from the Ravens mixed up. But yes, Lively, and that's a good name Gafford for him too. Mm-hmm. But I just felt like they just ran into a team that was a little too big for them last year. But so I liked them adding Hartenstein, going out, getting that big guy in the front court.
That they got from the Bulls.
Caruso.
Yeah, Alex Caruso.
Another good perimeter defender. Another all defensive level.
And he can play perimeter. A small, forward
stretch
defensively.
So he can play that stretch.
So I anticipate them, taking that loss in stride. That being said, the cup as a whole. Nah, man. Nah.
I'm kind of with you. I'm
gonna keep it real with you. I would prefer if they just jump the season off with it.
Yeah, listen, man.
If you're gonna do it, because having it in just the middle of the season, you get in the middle of the week, and then you playing around it.
Can we just make it understandable? Again, I
think
what's so hard is 32 teams.
Yeah.
Give me a bracket. Put 16 teams on one side, 16 teams on another side, and let's just play. Don't put no games in between. Can we just make it simple?
Right. But here's my thing, because I think because a lot of the undertones around all of these incentive cups and all this other nonsense is always competition or lack thereof. That's why I'm saying, look, man, if it really means something, how they're trying to sell it to us, the consumer, put it at the beginning of the season. The 2025 NBA season is jumping off this year with the Emeritus Cup.
Yeah.
Right out the gate. Because so now, if it means something to you, you're going to come into training camp in the better shape. Yeah. You're going to take your off season more serious. You can't lollygag around at the beginning of the season because this means something, right?
Yeah.
So do it then and just get it out the way.
Or how about this?
And then that way, like you say, you can condense it, make it all for a week or 2 weeks or however long it's supposed to be to get it done. And then we're done with it. And then we're just moving on with the season uninterrupted.
Or how about this?
Talk to me.
If it means something, how about let's not contradict ourselves and have the stats not count for the championship game? Because then you tell me that it means something, but it don't mean anything because these stats are not really recorded anywhere in NBA statistical history. They just like a throwaway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so on the one hand, you like, yeah, this means something.
Right.
But these stats don't mean nothing. Well, make that make sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Right.
yeah, it's like the whole thing is just, it's just hard to follow.
It's 6 in one hand, half a
Yeah,
dozen in the
it's
other.
like, well, in group play, don't give me group play. Give me two brackets. It's 32 teams in the NBA, or is it 30? It's 30 teams in the NBA.
30 ball.
So it's 30 teams in the NBA. Give me a bracket. I don't know, maybe two teams get a bye. I know, because I know you can't do it with 15 and 15. Whatever.
Right.
I mean, give me some.
Smarter guys that figure
Correct.
that out.
Yeah, like somebody will figure it out to make it simple, where I can just look at the bracket and figure out what's happening.
Right.
Even if it's not simple one game elimination, like even if, okay, it take 2 games to get eliminated. This bracket is one group, you know what I'm saying? So they going to play to a winner. And then this group, you know what I'm saying? But something, man, like, and stop putting games in between. Like, this should be simple. It's simple. Listen, less is more.
Right.
If you want people to be interested and to follow, and again, we're NBA fans.
Right.
So if we're NBA fans and we're having trouble following it,
Yeah.
the casual fan is checked out.
Like I said, I just found out because I'm like, the Pistons only lost was to the Bucks.
Yeah.
Like, how we get eliminated on our first
Exactly.
loss?
And-
And it was like, well, margin of victory. I'm like,
and
yeah,
get-
we was blowing teams out. And
Get away from the margin of victory. That's
yeah,
nonsense.
Play.
Get that out of there. It's just
play.
games. Yeah.
You lost, dog.
Yeah. It's
And
games.
the team that beat you is going on. And
Yeah.
you're not because you lost.
That's it. Or yeah, and I'm good with that.
Like all this stretching, losing out is
Yeah.
another thing that again it goes back to what we was talking about last week. Like with that playing, stretching out, losing, dog. Cut losers off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a loser line. You know what I mean? Like if you're behind the loser line threshold, guess who you be?
Right.
A loser. So like we need to stop with this. All right, you lose this game, but you get another shot because you didn't lose by that much. No, nigga, you lost. Dog. You're eliminated because you lost.
Period.
And that's it. If
So-
you put it to me like that, then I'd have understood. Oh, the Pistons eliminated because they lost.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a good segue into the Pistons, man. They got a big overtime win against Miami
oh my God! Listen,
earlier this week. What was that, Monday?
you probably been noticing my eyes bugging out over here because I've been following the game right now. Right?
Oh, okay. What they doing?
Dude, somehow, some way, because again, we're doing this as the game going on.
Yes, definitely.
The first quarter ended Utah 48,
Oh my God.
Pistons 19.
What?
That's why my eyes were bugging out. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Oh my God.
So it looks like now it's halftime. Utah 67, Pistons 54.
It's 70-54. The
Oh,
third
okay, so
quarter
the third
just started.
Just started. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know what.
What the world?
Yeah.
Okay then.
That part, right? But,
All right.
yeah, to your point, though, coming off a win in overtime against Miami, we roll into
The
Jazz.
Utah game. Yeah. A young team struggling to learn how to win.
Yeah, I might have to watch
Apparently.
that first quarter because,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
geez, OP, what in the
I guess the good news is that since scoring 48 in the first quarter, the Jazz only have 22 since then.
True.
So the defense has picked up. I mean, without watching the game,
Someone has wiped the sleep out there.
man.
I mean,
But
the Jazz, the 5-20 Jazz jumping out to 48-19.
jeez. But anyway, so they got a good overtime victory against Miami. Hopefully they can scratch back into this game. Jalen Duren got his church boy haircut.
Oh, Lord.
It looked like
took some new modeling photos. He's gonna post them on IG later.
he going back to church, man. He's playing better for what that's worth. He looked better this week after sitting out a game with a wrist injury. Mm-hmm. He did have 9 points and 16 rebounds against the Heat. And what was that? 4-7 shooting, couple of assists, a steal. So that was somewhat encouraging.
Man, he looked a lot more active.
Yeah, he did. I like the 16 rebounds. He got to get on the glass. That's something that is definitely important for him. Mm-hmm. There's no reason why he shouldn't be a great rebounder. That's all about effort. That's all about going to the front of the glass. He's huge. He's big. He's strong. He's physical. He's going to be, the biggest guy on the court on most nights.
True.
So, I expect him to, he should be a double-double guy.
Yeah, and as you say that, tonight, Jalen Duren, 15 minutes, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist.
And this is
starting to be a trend with this
This
guy.
is the
At
problem.
this point, it's a trend.
Yeah, we can't.
Like we can't stretch out.
Yeah.
He's approaching the line.
Yeah. No, yeah, he is.
He's approaching the line where it's going to be like, you're known as sometimey guy.
Yeah, man.
Sometimey guys don't equate to winning.
Yeah, and I put some of it on Bickerstaff.
Okay, that's fine.
But to your point, I mean, listen, at some point it's on the individual player. Like, bro, you got to go out there and ball out.
Because I keep hearing the NBA ain't that hard.
Yeah.
I keep hearing that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like effort Guys stick out.
Right. And I understand that, he not getting a lot of reps. He not getting the ball a lot because of the way that the offense is designed. He's not getting a lot of shot attempts. I think he only averaging like 5 shot attempts a game. Which I do perceive as an issue.
Man, Paul Reed in 9 minutes has got more rebounds than Jalen Duren.
But
stop this.
Yeah. But that ain't got nothing to do with your rebounds. And you can't be out there pouting, bro. Go out there and get 15 rebounds, bro. Like,
bigger and more athletic than the guy in front of you.
Yeah, generate some points through offensive rebounding, man.
I'm begging this guy for Andre Drummond stats.
Yeah. No.
No, man.
No.
Because we could have paid him $3 million to come here and do what this guy's not doing.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm like, no, you got to get on the glass, bro.
I about had it with Jalen Duren and his damn Instagram photo modeling and shit. I about had it.
No, yeah. He got to go do it. He got to go and get at it on the glass. That is an effort issue.
This is crazy, man. We're 25 games in.
Yeah. No, you got to go get it. Got to go get it. We're going to be keeping our eye on the Pistons, keeping our eye on the Lions, man. Give me a prediction for Sunday, man, against the Bears. What the Lions going to do, man?
I think
1 score, 2 score, 28-14, 28-21.
I think the Lions, in typical December fashion, make it interesting, more so than it should be. Because that's what we do, especially against the Bears for some reason.
Yeah,
we always play funky against the Bears, dog.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to say we struggle, but we don't never
funky.
put them away.
It's always funky. We don't never fap them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got the Lions in a 7-point victory.
Okay. 7-point victory.
24-17.
And we will discuss that further on the next episode of the Everybody Has One podcast. I'm your host, Jason Flake. My co-host, Lance Reynolds, a.k.a. the People's Champ. We will see you next time.
Be good.